Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk about Modernist layout, and I'm going to focus on 4 specific subjects. The first one, why is the Modernist grid layout page a good fit for web design? How do modern pages use the grid? What is the rule of thirds? Show an example. What is the 960 grid system? Then I'll show an example. Then I'll look at 5 good examples of good modernist web design in my screencast and explain why they are good. So the first one, why is the modernist grid layout page a good fit for web design? Grid-based layouts produce stable websites. That's one of the main reasons. Many grid-based websites are fluid and will resize according to the user's browsing devices. A common example of the grid in web design is on newspaper websites. These websites often use grids as a necessity. The sharp look is one way to effectively manage and organize a large amount of content. The New York Times has one of the more well-known grid-based layouts. The Modernist layout provides unmatched structure and organization. How do modern pages use the grid? Modern pages use the grid by allowing different images, blocks of text, and other design elements to fit together as sort of an overview stage. To be successful in grid layout, page objects should be multiples of a single grid unit. The rule of thirds. So what is the rule of thirds? The rule of thirds is a visual arts rule that states that an image should be imagined as divided into 9 equal parts by 2 equally spaced horizontal lines and 2 equally spaced vertical lines, and that important compositional elements should be placed along these lines or their intersections. Aligning a composition according to the rule of thirds creates more tension, energy, and interest in the composition than simply centering the feature would. What is the 960 grid system? Based on width of 960 pixels, this system is an effort to streamline development workflow. The number 960 was chosen due to it being divisible by 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15, and 16. The result is an ideal width for grids and experimenting with different arrangements for your layouts. Now I'm going to look at 5 good examples of good modernist web design in my screencast and explain why they are good. First of all, I would like to tell you the 5 websites I have chose to demonstrate. BLIND, Tri-Win Mail Services, Jason Santa Maria, Space Collective, and I Am European. So let me pull that up. Now, BLIND, I call it blind, and I'm going to go and tell you why they're good. The layout for this website is good because the grid form has the capability to resize on its own. For example, if I press Command minus on a Mac, you notice the boxes shift on the left side. And if you press Command plus on a Mac, they go back to sitting under the top portion of the grid form. Tri-Win Mailing Services. The layout for this website is good because you do not really have to scroll on the first page to see basic information. The grid layout helps this site by keeping space in between the grid layout so everything does not look so squished together. Third, Jason Santa Maria. The layout for this website is good because it matches the theme of the site. You notice a lot of sharp edges on the site, so using a grid form layout adds the potential that complements every element on the site, such as the footer, which doesn't really have an edge, and these columns. Next, Space Collective. The layout on this site is very similar to the BLIND site, such as if you push Command minus on a Mac, The tabs will come up to the right. If you push Command plus, they'll float right underneath the top column. Last, I Am European. The I Am European layout is very different and unique. You notice that the grid layout has every page on the first page, so no need in navigating to another page because it's already right there for you. The grid layout works here by offering a look of relativity, such as these columns. Each column scrolls alike, and they are separated by style of the colors and the color lines that separate the columns. I hope everything that was mentioned is clear, and if you have any questions or concerns, feel free to ask. Thank you.